In the shadows of the Bronx, where dreams are either buried or born defiant, a story was written that would shake the very foundations of hip-hop culture. This is not just the tale of a rapper. This is the chronicle of a woman who refused to be silenced, who turned scandal into stardom and controversy into currency. Her name is Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar, but the world knows her as Cardi B. And her journey from the concrete jungle to the throne of rap royalty is anything but ordinary. But before we dive into the empire she built, we must understand the foundation that shaped her. The Bronx of the 1990s wasn't just a borough. It was a proving ground where only the strongest survived and the smartest thrived. October 11th, 1992, in the Highbridge section of the Bronx, a child was born who would one day command stadiums. But first, she would have to survive the streets that raised her. Belcalis carried the fire of two nations in her blood. Dominican through her father, Trinidadian through her mother. This cultural fusion would later become the secret weapon that made her both relatable to the masses and utterly unique in the rap game. The Almanzar household was a symphony of struggle. Money was scarce, opportunity scarcer. By age 16, Cardi was already writing her own rules of survival. School became secondary. The streets became her university. At 19, she made a decision that would haunt her critics and empower her fans. She became a stripper. But this wasn't just about money. This was about independence. This was about taking control of her narrative before anyone else could write it for her. What others saw as shame, Cardi saw as strategy. The stage taught her performance. The hustle taught her business. And the judgment? That taught her resilience. Those who knew her then describe a young woman with an unshakable belief in her own destiny. She wasn't just working, she was studying, watching how power moved, how money talked, how attention could be weaponized. Every dollar earned was a step toward freedom. Every night was an investment in a future only she could see. The world would later judge this chapter, but Cardi had already moved past their opinions. Then came the weapon that would change everything: social media. Instagram became Cardi's broadcast station, her comedy club, her confessional booth. Her unfiltered commentary on life, love, and everything in between turned her into an internet sensation. She wasn't just posting, she was creating a movement. Every caption was quotable. Every video was shareable. Every moment was magnetic. 2015, VH1's Love and Hip Hop. New York came calling. But Cardi B didn't just join the cast. She hijacked the entire show.
You know what? A girl have beef with me, she gonna have...
Her authenticity in a world of manufactured drama made her the breakout star. While cameras rolled, Cardi was plotting her real escape. Music wasn't just her passion. It was her exit strategy from reality TV purgatory. But the music industry wasn't ready for her brand of authenticity. Label executives saw her reality TV past as a liability. They couldn't understand that her unfiltered truth was actually her greatest asset. So she built it herself, club by club, fan by fan, track by track. The industry could ignore her, but they couldn't ignore the growing crowds that came just to hear her speak her truth. June 16th, 2017, a date that would be etched in hip-hop history. Bodak Yellow wasn't just a song. It was a declaration of war against anyone who doubted that a stripper from the Bronx could conquer the rap game. The track climbed charts like it was scaling a mountain of skepticism. Week by week, hater by hater, it demolished every barrier placed before it. When it hit number one, it didn't just break records, it shattered expectations. 2018's Invasion of Privacy was more than an album, it was a manifesto. Every track was a chapter in Cardi's truth. The Grammys took notice. Hip-hop purists were forced to bow. She had arrived not as a guest, but as a conqueror. That Grammy speech wasn't just acceptance. It was vindication for every woman told she couldn't have both career and motherhood, fame and family. The ripple effects were seismic. She wasn't just a rapper anymore. She was a cultural phenomenon. Fashion designers courted her. Politicians quoted her. Critics who had dismissed her were forced to recalculate. The numbers told the story the gatekeepers couldn't deny. Billions of streams. Sold-out arenas. A fan base that spanned continents and crossed every demographic line imaginable. We're diving deep into the scandals, the secrets, and the surprises that defined Cardi B's reign. If you're fascinated by the untold stories behind your favorite stars, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're just getting to the explosive parts. Enter Kiari Kendall Cephas, known to the world as Offset. Their love story reads like a hip-hop opera, passionate, public, and perpetually dramatic. What started as a collaboration became an obsession. The chemistry was undeniable, but so was the chaos that would follow. Two superstars with two massive egos and one shared spotlight. By September 2017, they were secretly married. The world wouldn't know for months, but the streets were already talking. In hip-hop, secrets have a way of becoming headlines. But fairy tales are fiction, and this romance was written in real ink. Cheating scandals erupted like geysers. Public breakups played out like Netflix series. Reconciliations happened under the spotlight of millions. Every argument became content for blogs. Every makeup session became tabloid gold. They weren't just living their relationship. They were performing it for an audience of millions who couldn't look away. December 2018. Offset interrupted Cardi's performance to beg forgiveness. The internet exploded. Some called it romantic. Others called it manipulation. Cardi called it complicated. Through two children, countless headlines, and more drama than a telenovela, they remained hip-hop's most volatile power couple. The love was real, but so was the toxicity. By 2024, even love couldn't survive under such intense scrutiny. The divorce papers told the story their social media posts couldn't. Two people who loved each other but couldn't love themselves in the process. 2025 brought plot twists even Cardi couldn't have scripted. Enter Stephon Diggs, NFL superstar, Buffalo Bills receiver, and Cardi B's unexpected new flame. When photos surfaced of hip-hop royalty courtside with football nobility, the internet combusted. This wasn't just a relationship. It was a cultural collision between two worlds that rarely intersected. The sports world was fascinated. The music industry was intrigued. And Cardi's fans? They were divided between those who supported her happiness and those who missed the chaos of her previous relationship. But this romance felt different. Calmer. More mature. Perhaps Cardi had learned that love didn't have to be performance art to be real. Yet 2025 also brought new controversies. The fat-shaming backlash that turned her own fan base against her. Political statements that divided her audience down partisan lines. Legal troubles that seemed to multiply like tabloid headlines. The price of fame kept rising, and Cardi kept paying it. But now she had to wonder, was the cost becoming too high? And through it all, the feuds persisted. Nicki Minaj, industry veterans. Critics who still couldn't accept that the girl from the Bronx had not just joined the conversation. She was leading it. Through every scandal, the music remained explosive. WAP didn't just go viral. It rewrote the rules of what female rappers could say, could claim, could own. Politicians condemned it. Feminists debated it. And millions streamed it. Every controversy made her stronger. Every scandal made her richer. Every criticism made her more defiant. She had learned the secret that eluded so many celebrities. In the attention economy, there's no such thing as bad publicity. The empire expanded beyond music. Fashion lines, beauty products, investment portfolios. Cardi had become more than an artist. She was a brand, a corporation, a one-woman entertainment conglomerate. She had transformed from Belle Callis to Cardi B to something bigger. A symbol of what was possible when authenticity met ambition, when street smarts met star power, when refusing to apologize became the ultimate form of empowerment. Cardi B's story continues to write itself in real time, each chapter more unpredictable than the last. If you want to stay updated on the latest celebrity biographies and music documentaries that reveal the truth behind the headlines, subscribe now and join our community of culture watchers. So we leave you with this question. Is Cardi B the true voice of her generation? Raw, unfiltered, and unapologetically real? Or is she simply the most shameless opportunist to ever turn controversy into currency? Perhaps she's both. And perhaps that's exactly what this generation needed. Subscribe to Music Archives for more untold stories.
Looks so beautiful. What is this dress? Tell me now.
What is it? Area.
Okay. And the earring. What is it?
Area.
And the earring. And the earring.
Area.
Can't wait for the album, Cardi.
Thank you.